Let's have a look at what we would assess for a patient as requested lip augmentation, lip fillers. First thing I like to look at is the shape of the face. The rounder the face, the bigger the lips they can get away with. So someone like Angelina Jolie has a very square, big face, so she can get away with big lips. Someone with a very tapered face, big lips won't suit their face because it will just dominate the lips. So we're looking at the face shape. The second thing we're going to be looking at is the width of the lips. The more narrow the lips are, the bigger the lips not going to be suitable, so we don't want to enhance them fully. Then we're going to obviously look at genetics, because with Caucasians normally the lower lip is 60% of volume and the upper lip is 40% of volume. In African Caribbeans it is 50-50. So we'll look at the face shape, look at the width of the lips, and then look at the genetic background. Then we will decide if we're gonna enhance or restore. So enhancing is a subtle difference just to enhance what they've got already, and I would probably use a product like Teoxane RHA2, a much softer product that flows. If we want to restore, project the lips, a younger patient want really fuller lips, then I would use a product like Teoxane Kiss, which has a higher G prime, much firmer product. So it's going to be two different products we'll be using. In this case, we want a more of a subtle difference because the lips are quite narrow, so we will be using RHA2 in this case. Okay, for lip fillers, I prefer to give LA infiltrations, but instead of aiming for the root of the tooth, we're aiming for the buccal mucosa. And we're going to be using one cartridge for the upper arch, so 2.2 ml, so half a cartridge per quadrant. So the first one will be between the canine and the premolar, and you can see aiming for the buccal mucosa. As it goes in, we'll put a quarter cartridge in there. So nice and slow. Then we'll do between the central incisor and lateral incisor, same again, aiming for the buccal mucosa. And another quarter cartridge there. So done half a cartridge, and exactly same on this side. So between the central and the lateral, quarter cartridge. Obviously you do have to warn the patient, it will be more swollen because of the LA, but at least they'll be numbed up while you're doing the procedure. So that's quarter cartridge, and the final quarter cartridge between the canine and the premolar. So one cartridge in total per arch. So that's the upper arch done. Okay. So we're going to numb up the lower, exactly same protocol as the top, aiming for the buccal mucosa, between the central and lateral incisor, quarter cartridge, nice and slow. And then between the canine and the premolar, same again, buccal mucosa. So we can go down to half a cartridge. And then same on the other side, between the central and lateral incisor, buccal mucosa. Quarter cartridge. Final one between the canine and the premolar, final quarter cartridge. So 2 cartridges in total for upper and lower. Let's have a look at our lip technique. So every single case I will always start off with the borders, doing the Vermilion Borders, Cupid's and Philtral, and then we would reassess whether we need to do anything in the body, because in 50% of cases, by the time you've done the borders, it inverts the lip and it gives it natural body anyway. So what we're going to do is start off with the lower center Vermilion Border. So we measure up where we're going to inject. So you're going to inject right into the Vermilion Border. I'll come in at 30 to 40 degrees, stretch the skin. As soon as it's in, flatten it, push it to the hub. And because we want to be medium depth, we lift up the needle and want to make out the shape of the needle so we can see the shape. So then we swap positions, and what we're going to do is squeeze that lower Vermilion Border, because you want to create like a tunnel effect to make sure the filler stays where it's supposed to stay. And then because you created a tunnel effect, you'll feel the filler in between your finger and thumb. As soon as you start feeling it, start retracting slowly, but keep on pushing on the plunger. And then just stop just before it comes out. So we've done this lower center Vermilion Border. Now we're gonna make our insertion point there, just slightly overlap it so there's no gaps between your filler. Same again, 30 to 40 degrees. As soon as it's in, flatten it, push it to the hub, and you want to see the shape. So create our tunnel, and as soon as you start feeling it between your finger and thumb, start retracting. And then you'll see a feel and see a nice ridge there. No more than 0.1 per pass. So we've done from there to there, there. So now we're going to do this border. So that's our insertion point. See, medium depth, see the shape, create your tunnel. As soon as you start feeling it between your finger and thumb, start retracting and come out. So you want to stop pushing just before the needle comes out, because otherwise you're going to put filler into your superficial, and you get a nice crisp border. So now we'll do the upper Vermilion Border. So we'll start from that top of that Cupid's bow, and we're going to be doing this border there. So same game, 30-40 degrees, top of the Cupid's bow, in, flatten it, push it to the hub, and you can make out the shape of the needle. Swap hand position. Create your tunnel, and as soon as you feel it, start retracting and coming out. So no more than 0.1, and you'll get a nice crisp border there. Same again on the other side. Top of the Cupid's bow, 30-40 degrees. Once it's in, flatten it, follow the natural angle of the border. Medium depth, make sure you're medium depth. Squeeze. And as soon as you start feeling it, come out slowly, but carry on pushing on the plunger and stop just before it comes out. And you can see a nice crisp border, and it does invert the lip. There. Now we're going to do the Cupid's bow. So Cupid's bow, it's a nice V shape there. So we're going to start at the top of the Cupid's bow. And you only put half the length of the needle in. And you can see medium depth. Create your tunnel, retract and fill. Same on this side. Top of the Cupid's bow. Half the length, really creating that V shape. Squeeze. And then take out. So we've got a nice border, nice crisp edge, all around the lower lip, the upper lip, and the upper Cupid's bow. We don't inject anything in that last centimetre corner, because if you do, it'll make the smile too wide. Now we're going to do the Philtral. So the Philtral is the only one that becomes superficial. All these have been medium depth. The Philtral is superficial. So what I'd like to do is have an overhand grip and come in flat. So we start from the top of the Cupid's bow, and you're going to angle it slightly measly, following the natural Philtral. So go in flat, push it to the hub, and you want to be superficial, so you want to see the skin blanching and make out the colour of the needle. So what we will do with this one, we really want to squeeze, because we want a nice crisp edge, and we come out a little bit faster. We only want 0.02 mil product in this area. So as soon as you feel it, come out faster, and then you also keep on squeezing for 4 to 5 seconds, because you want a nice crisp Philtral column. Then we'll do exactly the same on the other side. So overhand grip, top of the Cupid's bow, angled measly, superficial, so you can make out the skin blanching and the colour of the needle. Swap hand position, create your tunnel, really squeeze. come out a lot faster because you only want a little bit of product, and keep on squeezing for 4 to 5 seconds. So that is your Philtral and your Cupid bow and borders done. Then we would reassess to see if we need to do anything in the body. So lower body looks quite good. If you were going to do anything in the lower body, outer third of the body, that's the only area you'll be injecting. Coming 30-40 degrees, medium depth. You don't create a tunnel because you don't want like a thin ridge of filler, and then you retract and fill. We will add a little bit to this upper body. So we never add anything in this central area because that's quite low down. So we're looking at this area, enhancing, projecting that body. So same again, outer third, 30-40 degrees, flatten it, make sure it's medium depth so you can see the shape. So I said you're not creating a tunnel, I would keep the needle flat. So I'll put my thumb on top of the lip. So the needle's kept flat and you're looking at the bung moving. So no more than 0.1. And sometimes I just like to give it a gentle roll just to make sure there's no lumps and it's smooth. And you can see it's added some body straight away. So we'll just give it a little bit on the other side. Same again, outer edge. Make sure medium depth. Keep your thumb or finger on it so it keeps it quite flat, and just as soon as you see the bung moving, come out slowly and stop depressing just before. Same again, we'll do a bit of a roll. Obviously because we numbed up, the lips are going to be more diffuse, but once the swelling goes down, there'll be a much sharper, crisper result there. Okay, I'm happy with that because once the swelling goes down, there'll be much more even and a much more defined result.